and welcome to Brazos Fiber Works. This is an episode where I talk about my knitting, crochet, sometimes sewing, weaving, spinning, all of that stuff today. Today I only have crochet and knitting to talk about, but if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please come along with me today and let's get into it. We also are going to share our trip to Margaritaville down in South Texas. We had so much fun. That is later to come into the show today. I don't have any finished objects. Yes. But we will get into that. But I do have some works in progress. I have some shop news. I have some Ravelry group news, all of that. So all of that is to come today. I've been cooking some yarn this morning. So I have some self striping going on out there right now. And yeah, let's get into today. All right, guys. So if you guys are new here, thank you so much for clicking on that button and coming on with me today. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I hope you guys enjoy it and decide to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you guys so much for coming back. You guys know I appreciate you so much. So, yes, today is Friday. It is 9:30 in the morning and I have to go to work here pretty soon. So I decided today I'm going to get this in. I know usually it's up already by this morning, but I've had stuff going on this week. We didn't get back till Monday. And then I had to dye some yarn and work. And then we have a wedding to go to tomorrow. So my son and his wife will come stay with us. So a lot going on. But I wanted to definitely get today's video in. If you haven't yet, grab yourself something cozy to drink. Grab some knitting and let's start talking. I just have some coffee. Hot coffee this morning with some sugar-free caramel syrup, so it tastes delicious. I literally made this like 2 hours ago, and luckily I put it in here because it takes me forever to drink coffee and it's still warm. All right, guys, so let's talk about works in progress. So I've been working on my Yorkshire blanket. Is it a crochet pattern by Meema Makes? And it's using my Polka Dot Creek 2025 Charlie Brown Advent. So I think last time I showed this, I was 2 rows in. So I do officially have 3 rows in. And yes, do you remember me saying I was going to have this done by the end of May? Full intention, yes. But you guys know I was working on that rose cardigan and I was just like, I'm going to get this done. Like I said, I have no finished objects, but we will get into that one later. It's so close, but I have started working on the 4th. I have just started the border. But again, if I spend enough time this week or this coming week on this, I will have it done. Like I know this is going to be so easy to get done. It's just, I did the 3rd row, I think in like 3 days after the last video. And then I was like, you know what? I want to spend some time on my rose cardigan. And then I just started going on that and I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to finish this. I'm going to finish the blanket before the next episode. And yeah, you'll learn more why that didn't happen when I start talking about the trip and all that. But yeah, it's coming along. I absolutely love it. And it's going to be a great blanket. I think I've decided I'm just going to do the 4 and then the normal border. I think it'll be pretty good. This is a blanket. I think I'm going to keep, I don't know. I thought I was going to keep it in the 5th wheel, but I may get like a blanket display, like those ladder looking things, and put it in my craft room so that I can like display the blankets, and I think I'm going to put it on there. So yeah, that is that one. So here's the one that I started in the 4th round. I don't want to pull it out, but here's this one. I just started on the border. I'm doing it just 2 pattern. It is fingering weight yarn. And the crochet hook I'm using, it is a size 3, and I believe that is the same as the pattern calls for. And I just have, yes, like these, gosh, I don't even remember what brand this is. I know you guys are probably like, oh, that's that. I don't know, they've been around forever. And I bought them when I started crocheting, like, gosh, maybe 18 years ago. And yeah, so this is what I have. I do have new ones. I don't have them in all the sizes. This one I don't know. This is the only one I had in the size 3. So yeah, went with that. And it's sitting in the bag that came with the Charlie Brown Advent. So yes, hopefully you guys, I mean, I better have this done by the next time I record in a couple weeks. So yeah, that better start happening because I need some finished objects, you guys. I mean, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get the rose cardigan, the Yorkshire blanket done. I'm gonna get some socks done. Like, I'm gonna get so much done, and that didn't happen. It didn't happen. All right, I'm gonna show you 2 other works in progress, and it's kind of like shop news also. So I just released my 2 summer self-striping yarns. So I have been working on those. I am also knitting them up for the Knit All the Yarn podcast summer stripes knit along for the socks. What is it called? It's called, oh gosh, Knit All the Stripes. So Knit All the Stripes, she has that over in her Ravelry group. If you go to her Ravelry group, which is called Knit All the Yarn podcast, you will find the link in her threads, and it's called Knit All the Stripes 2026. So the first one I'm going to show you, so this is on my fingering weight base. I do have it in other options. All of my self-striping yarns you can get in my sparkle fingering, my platinum fingering, my Brazos fingering, which is a 80/20. And then you can get it in my platinum DK. So you can get it in any of those options. The one I'm going to show you is on my platinum fingering base, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. This one is called My Kinda Starburst. So here it is. It's a 4-stripe repeat. It has approximately 5 rows per color. This size that I am knitting on is a small, it's a 56 stitch cast on. I just did 4 stripes in the cuff. I did not count them. And then I started 4 more stripes. I'm not sure how many I'm gonna go to, but yeah, it's gonna be just a regular long pair of socks. So yeah, also if you, there's another summer, I'm sure you guys know, Summer Sock Camp by Caitlin of the Crazy Sock Lady. She also is doing a sock knit along. And so normally in my Brazos Fiber Works group on Ravelry, we do a monthly sock make along, and I'm doing a summer sock make along. So even if you're in all these other groups, please come over there, share your sock knitting with us. At the end of the summer, for everybody who has chatted in the threads, I am going to pull a number from Number Generator and pick a winner for some of my self-striping yarn. So, but yeah, so this is what I have so far. I'm doing them on a size 1 Chalgoo red lace needle, and I just used the vanilla sock pattern by Caitlin of the Crazy Sock Lady, and it is her vanilla socks on magic loop. here is my cake. So yeah, it is available right now in my Etsy shop. It is brazosfiberworks.etsy.com. So if you would like to order some, head over there. I also have 3 skeins of the Rocket Pop red, white, and blue colorway. They're ready to go in the platinum base, the fingering. So if you head over there and order those, I have 3 of them ready to ship out. You don't have to wait for those. Everything else is pre-orders, so do allow 1 to 2 weeks to get them shipped out. I do have, though, right now, I do have a skein of my Summer of Lemonades and my, let me grab, all right, sorry about that. I had to go change some yarn around. My battery is dying, so, all right. Let's see. Oh, yes, I was talking about, so let me just show them. So I currently have 3 of my red, white, and blue on my platinum base in my shop, all ready to go ship out. I have my Summer on the Lake colorway. I have 1 of them so far. I'm trying to get more done. It seems like when I try to get ahead, I get more orders. So like very thankful for that. But yes, I'm trying to have more on hand so I can just ship them out. So do know also when there is a pre-order, it says like 1 to 2 weeks. I try to get those out as fast as I can. Sometimes I will have extras, so I'll have them, but depending on what color, what base, will all depend. But I do have this on my platinum base. And then I have Summer of Lemonades on my platinum base also. I know it's the light's kind of distorting that, but yeah. So I have these 3 on my website right now. I mean, I have them all on my website, but I have these 3 ready to ship out. So, all right, then, so that was my kind of starburst. Then the next one that I came out with that I am knitting up is called Surfside Cabana. I love this. Love, love. Oh, it turned out more beautiful than I thought it was. The lights, there's a glare on it. Here's the cake. Oh, that looks terrible too. If you look on my website, the color actually looks better than it does here. But yeah, so this one I also knit Vanilla Socks by Caitlin of the Crazy Sock Lady. Same Chalgo 1 red lace needles, small size. I did the 4 rows, or I mean the 4 colors in the cuff. And then yeah, I think I just got done. I have 8 colors on the leg. I'm probably gonna go 4 more colors and then go to the heel. And then because usually when I do, let me pull this. Usually when I do my samples, I just keep going and knit with the color. This is my Field of Tulips, by the way. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a mini of one of these colors and put it in the heel. That way it looks better, but yeah. So I'm also I'm going to knit up samples, but I'm also going to do these socks for all the sock summer things going on, and knit all the stripes and summer sock camp and the Brazos Fiber Works thread. So yeah, but yeah, I absolutely love it. So like I said, head over to my Etsy shop. I'm going to try to put them in my brazosfiberworks.com shop, but that I don't know if I'll have time today. So probably won't happen until tomorrow. They will be in there, but if anything, they are up in my Etsy shop right now. So yeah, I got going on that one. So that is my second work in progress. And then I decided, no, that's my third work in progress. Sorry, let me blanket and 2 socks. Okay. So this one that I have been done with this one sock for quite a while. And it is using Summerly's Cuff Club Volume 2. I think this is the August cuff. I'm pretty sure. The yarn is a fingering weight yarn by Chelsea Yarns, and it was part of her Enchanted Pages for January, and the colorway is Winter TBR. And so I've had this one done. So I finally started, not very far, but I finally started on the cuff for this one. So the cuffs are the Summerly, and then I believe it's the Bunny Trail socks. I'll have all the links below. I can't remember off the top of my head who writes the Bunny Trail socks, but the color is just not coming out. It's this really pretty, like pistachio green, pinks, browns. So yeah. But I just started on the second one, so I want to get those done. I'm thinking, so if you guys watch Knit All the Yarn podcast, last year she made Amy from Happy Little Yarn the 24, or I don't know if it was 24 or 25 Advent with all like hand knit socks, and so I want to do that for my daughter this year. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to get socks knitted for her for that. I think that'll be so much fun. I love to do it for my daughter-in-law too, but I don't think I can pull out 48 socks before December. So, but yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna try to do anyway. So I need to get those socks done so I can get them, yeah, started on that. But all right, guys, so my last works in progress that I have been working on this last few weeks is my rose cardigan. But to show you that, we're gonna have to go into the craft room because it's laid out on the table. That way I can kind of show it all and go over like everything that's been going on with that one and kind of show you all about that. So let's go do that. All right, guys, so I am gonna go over the rose cardigan with you, show you the progress, and I've talked through it with you. Let me just get this table cleared off a little bit. All right, guys, so I'm gonna kind of have to show you this holding the camera because I can't get the angle right, but here is my rose cardigan so far. So last time I think I had put these together, and this color is not coming out. It is like a forest green and it looks teal. So let me see if I open up the shades, if it looks a little bit better. Ugh, I don't think so. So the color's not coming out great, but because it is definitely not that color. But I think last time when I left off, I was here. I had put the pieces together, the fronts and backs, and gosh, I can't believe how bad that color is coming out. All right, so I got everything seamed. I don't even think I had the sides seamed. So I got the sides seamed. I did the cuffs. I did the 4 inches of the cuffs. Now, on the cuffs, I did do it differently. So I think it called for a size, gosh, I don't even remember. It might have called for either a 3 or a 4. I can't remember. But I went down a whole nother side because I wanted it to be like, I really wanted it to be like closed off. I mean, like tighter. I didn't want it to be really loose. So I did that. So that is the sleeve. I got this sleeve done. I got the hem done. I did the same thing for the hem. I went down a size. So I got that done all the way around. And then I started, let me grab. So then the last part to do was do these cable collar pieces. So you have to make two. So this is one, this is my other one. Now, you have to mattress stitch it together, which I feel like down here went really good. But because this is going sideways on the inside, it's so hard to tell like where they line up. So, which I know like there's V's. So I was trying that. And if you see like my inside seam, it looks pretty good, but I don't know. And I haven't tried it on, but to me, it's kind of bunchy right here, especially I feel like right here. So I got this far with the mattress stitch, and I still have to go up to the collar, and then I have to go to the middle of the back. And then you do the same thing with this piece. You take this, you start at the bottom, you go all the way to the top. So that way, and I still have to have these on the needles because sometimes it's either not long enough or it's too short. And in my case, like I just looked last night to see like where it was. And I think I'm going to have to add on a few more of the repeats just to get it to go to there. But I kind of stopped. I kind of was just like, oh, I don't know if this looks right. So I decided to stop on this side. Gosh, that color is just coming out bad. Okay, but don't pay attention to the color. It's not right. It's all the lighting in here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start attaching this one, because when I started getting up to here, I started putting these pins on so that hoping it wouldn't like end up kind of bulky, I guess. I don't know. Maybe when I block it, it'll be fine. But I decided I'm going to start on this side and try to pin this one out and then do this one, try to like see how far I can get, and then see if it's ending up like this side. If it's not, then I'll go ahead and pull this one out and redo this one. But I'm going to start on this one. So it's so close to being done, you guys. I really thought I was going to be able to get this done. At least that's what I was trying to do, because you guys know this has been in my needles for like 2.5 years. And I really want to wear it and use it. So I'm so close, guys. I'm so close. So close. Literally all I need to do is put these collar pieces on, go all the way up to here, and then I need to stitch it together, and then it'll be done. And then I just have to block it, wash it, block it. So yeah, that's where I'm at with this. So again, I was really hoping for the finished project, but it just didn't happen. But it's so close, you guys, so close. I can't wait. It's going to be beautiful. Sorry, the color is coming. It looks like a light grayish blue, and it's not even close. It's green. So I don't know if I get closer if it'll show the color. That's a little bit better, yeah. But yeah, so that is how I am doing on the rose cardigan. So hopefully by the next episode, I will have this done. I mean, really, there's not much to do. I literally did this to this last night. So it will be done. We'll just have to see how it goes, and if I have to take this side out, which I think I'm going to have to, but we'll see. But that's the progress. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed all of the rose cardigan, all the updates. It's so close to being done. Ugh, it's so hard. Let me take another drink. All right, guys. So as you all know, we're going to talk a little bit of life news. Okay. So shop news, I feel like I just already covered that. Already covered the Ravelry group. So if you're not part of our Ravelry group, head over to Brazos Fiber Works. head over to Ravelry and join our Brazos Fiber Works group. We have threads going on. We have tons of threads. Right now we are doing the year-long user stash for to get stash down. And so we have that thread that's really active right now. And we also have our summer sock knit along, or make along. Sorry, you can crochet, knit, whatever size. It doesn't matter. Just share them in there. And like I said, there will be, I will pull a prize winner in September for everybody who has been a part of the thread. But other than that, yeah, so vacation. So I did video some of it, and some I will put in here. A little bit I will put in here, but I'm going to do a separate video next week. I'm trying to put it all together. I am going to do a video just on Margaritaville, and so I will put it on the channel, but I'm going to put it in its own like category for like when we like vacation or like RV trips or something like that. So if you probably won't see a whole lot in today's about Margaritaville, but I will definitely have a video coming out next week that is just geared towards that if you want to see that. But let me tell you about the trip when we left. Okay, so we left on the 31st. It was a Sunday. And originally we were leaving the 1st, going to Margaritaville. But I found out that I didn't have to work on Sunday. So we decided to leave on Sunday and head to Huntsville State Park. So we left at like 10 o'clock, you know, we should be there like 1:30, all that. So we get, a couple hours headed down there. And my parents were following behind us in their fifth wheel, and they needed to stop for gas. So we pulled over to a gas station. I think it was like in Corsicana, Texas. I think that's where it was. And we pulled over. So we just pulled over to the side. They were getting gas. Thank God we were pulled over the side and not in the gas lane. So I went inside to go to the restroom. My husband got out, turned the truck off, got outside to walk the dog. So I'm coming back out and, to kind of trade places with him. He was like in the truck and he just had this look on his face. And I was like, oh no, like I know something happened. So I get out there and he's like, the truck won't start. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, I don't know. Like it won't start. He's like, it kind of acts like some security thing. And so after like an hour going through all these things, finally figures out that it's the starter. He never realized that his starter was going out. It did take a second to start, but like that was normal. So he didn't realize it was going out. Anyways, luckily my dad was able to take him over there to O'Reilly's and get the part. Luckily my husband is mechanically, like he knows all that stuff. He's had that trade in the past. And so he was able to change it. So 2 hours later, we're back on the road. And we get 30 miles down the road and my dad calls us and he has a blowout on his fifth wheel. So we pull over, my husband changes it out with the spare, gets back on the road, literally another 30 miles later. We are 7 miles from the state park and he has a blowout with the spare. So we pull over to like a parking lot of a Walmart. My husband changes that one. We're like, okay, we only have 7 miles to go. Let's try to get to the campground without anything else happening. Because by this time it was like 6:30 in the evening. Like, granted, we left at 10 o'clock that morning. So this has taken like 8 hours just to get 2.5, 3, maybe 3 hours down the road to Huntsville. So we get back on the road, make it to the campground, we get all set up, And my husband starts checking like all his tires. Well, it looks like on the opposite side, that one's ready to come undone. Granted, my parents bought this last year, I think last summer, and they bought it from an older couple who like kept it really nice, covered everything, but they don't know the last time that the tires were changed, if the tires are ever changed. They never had that checked. And we had gone with them to Lake Mowry in Oklahoma last November, and everything was fine. So luckily they found a discount tire that was 7 miles up the road, and were able to take 2 of the tires over there. Well, this particular discount tire had a mobile service, so they were able to have a mobile guy come over and change all the rest of the tires, so they were all fresh tires. So now we had to check out by 11, which luckily everything was done. I think by the time we actually drove out, it was 11:15. And we finally were headed down to Crystal Beach, Texas, to go to Margaritaville. And, with everything that had happened the day before, it was like, okay, we can't have anything else happening, right? We need to get there. Like, I don't want to have to go back home. So luckily, everything went fine the rest of the way we got there. We had a great trip. You will see some of the clips. It's a great resort. I totally would recommend it. They even have more to come. I'll talk about that in the other video. But yeah, it was great. We had so much fun. And on Saturday, they have like summer concerts going on, and so on Saturday night, Gretchen Wilson played, and then I think the girl opening for her was named, I want to say Julianne Rankin. She's a country singer who I guess just got signed by Miranda Lambert's label. And so we watched them too. That was so fun. That was great.
Do we have any rednecks in the crowd tonight? Lying there in the boreal time. Oh, I can't speak the sweet champagne. Rather drink beer all night.
And then we hung around Sunday, and then we finally left on Monday morning. And Monday morning's trip went great. We got home probably about 4 o'clock. We left down there around 8. We stopped, a few places, but we got home about 4 o'clock. And yeah, so we made it back everything in one piece, no hiccups. So that was very cool. And then I had Tuesday off. I had taken Tuesday to have like a day to recoup. Literally, you almost need a whole week to recoup from being on vacation. Like, I could have taken a week just to get things done around the house. But Monday, I was going to record, or Tuesday, sorry. I was going to record, but I was like, I needed to get my samples completed for my self-striping. I needed to work on some other things, other stuff I needed to get done. So yeah, I've been back to work Wednesday, Thursday. Today I go into work. I probably won't get home till like 10 o'clock tonight. My son and his wife are coming tonight to stay the night because he's in a wedding for his friend tomorrow. So we're going to a wedding tomorrow. So I am off tomorrow for the wedding. And then, yeah, we're back to regular work weeks. So yeah, so it was all exciting, and I'm so glad to be back. I can't wait to get back to, hopefully in July, get back to every week recording. Appreciate you guys listening to me today. Thanks for coming along with me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to see the Margaritaville, I should have it up by next week. I'm going to try my next day off, which I think, I can't remember if it's Monday or Tuesday. One of those days I'm going to try to devote to getting that video ready and getting it up by next weekend. So definitely be on the lookout for that. I will probably post it on Instagram once that's up too. But I hope you guys are enjoying your summer. I hope you guys are enjoying your summer knitting. Please come share all of your sock making over in the Ravelry group under Brazos Fiber Works. And if you are destashing, trying to get rid of yarn, we have that thread going on. So please head over there and join that. If you want to check out my Etsy shop, it is brazosfiberworks.etsy.com. And then I have my own personal website, which is brazosfiberworks.com. So if you want to head over there, check any of the yarns, all that good stuff out, bags, head over there. And yeah, I will see you here in a couple weeks. Have a great 2 weeks. Happy making. Bye.